Hey there, fellow gamers. Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere Program. And look, we're back. It's been a while. It's been over a week since I recorded an episode. Life gets in the way, but since then there has been an update, and it's not a big one, but we have added in a few little functions. One of them is these guys, traffic monitors, and we'll have a bit of a play around, see what it's like. I have had a bit of a play with it already because I just recorded a full episode and the mic was not working because my setup has changed slightly in that week off, and it's very demoralizing. So only one episode today, which means probably a day in between this one and the next episode. Look, from a life perspective, it's a busy time of year, November, December. We've got lots of stuff going on. I went for a 3-day bike packing adventure, and it was very grueling. And I came back and I got sick. My kid at daycare picked up a lovely little bug. Went through the whole family. It's great times. Everyone's okay. Everyone's fine, but they had to stay home from daycare, stay home from school. We had to look after them. Very tiring. Meanwhile, it's also November is National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo, for people who write novels. And so I've been trying to write every day and burn a lot of creative energy on writing as well as in creating these videos. So trying to balance all that out. Look, it's a tough time of year, but I am absolutely 100% dedicated in finishing this series. And one of the other things I have been doing is actually playing some Factory Town. Now, I played it, 6-12 months ago, and it was pretty... I did not enjoy it, but it's now got its full release and has so much more added into it. It's actually really fun. It's really fun, and I haven't even got to the logic controls on it yet. I was totally reminded by it by KOS. She's got a series where she's playing through at the moment, and great voice. Love listening to KOS as she plays through games, and very knowledgeable as well. So it's lots of fun. Possibly, maybe after this, I might do a series of my own. We'll see how we go. Anyway, we are here. We are here on this planet. The old AL3, because we had some issues here, and we were fixing them, and I believe we're standing here because we've got this issue with iron ore. Now, I tried to fix it in the previous video one way, didn't work very well, so we're not going to do that this time. But before we do, we have some issues over here. I set up this shared belt, and Eva pointed out that if I do this, we're going to probably use a lot more smelters than we're going to use splitters in the future, because build a smelting stack, bam, 100 smelters disappear. Splitters we use very rarely. So all that's going to happen is this is going to end up filling up with, filling up with splitters, probably not that many of them. We don't really actually want that many either. I think we'll stick with... No, I'm going to go more for smelters. All right. Yeah, so what I had to do was get a little bit funky, which everyone loves a bit of funk. Let's get rid of you. We put you back over here. So we need to get something out of here. I did actually, because I've been playing Factory Town, I did try to stack a couple by starting one here and going up, and then trying to start another one here and going up and over it. You can't do the angles. At that close. It's got to be a little bit further away before it gets to a full height above. Disappointing. So the solution we're going with is equally as funky, because we don't have a whole lot of room to play with here. So we had to do that to get a bit of a stairway. And then we can just bring it over here, and then bring it over here, and then we can drop it down and kind of just go into there like that. Easy. All right. And drop some of these. There we go. Okay, now they have a nice little, nice spaghetti little run. It actually looks quite pleasing on the eye. It's just city skylines, a bit of an overpass. Anyway, and that will allow our smelters to get out here. So that's it pretty well. If we actually had some iron ore, then this would also work. But we don't have any iron ore. So I think we can now head on over to Alpha Leporus 1. And one of the other parts of the update, minor quality of life, when we arrive at the planet, our destination marker disappears, which that did irritate me just a wee bit. But anyway, now we don't have to worry about it. Whoa, we went past it. Got to keep an eye out for that warp engine. It's quick. All right, so here we are. I'm just trying to remember all the things that I did, and I kind of don't want to repeat the exact things that we did, but at the same time, they were good. So here's our setup for our quantum chips that we had before. Now I'm just running over because we are short on belts. We are short on belts, and belts are somewhere around here. Over here. There we go. All right, let's just grab them all and put them in there. Reorder. Okay, there we go. We're good now. We're good now. Yeah. So iron ore. Oh, there's an iron ore patch there. Iron ore is the problem. So for now, I'm just going to quickly pop in one of you. That is way too close, isn't it? Delete you. Yes, please. Yeah. We've got the mini sun. We've got the mini sun. That's wonderful. Okay, miners, please. Let's see if we can get decent usage of this patch. Oh, I saw a blue. That's just what you gotta look for. Just gotta move around until it turns blue. There we go. And surely we can get that one. Yeah, there we go. All right. This one might be a little trickier, maybe not. Keep going, sneak it in. All right, and this one there, perfect. All right, now we can grab our interstellar logistics. There she goes. All right, drop some power poles around there and somewhere in there. That looks pretty good. Over there, connect it up. We will have to power that one up. And we'll put some logistics shuttles in there. We're not going to put any... too many escapes. We're not going to put any drones in, because I don't want to make this one available for local. So we've got local storage, remote supply, just so that this one is purely to feed across to our lovely little planet. Why am I not building these? There we go. Okay. Not sure what the go there was. Okay. Yep. And away we go. Alright. I think there's new sound effects as well when you destroy a plant, which sounds like it's the rocks as well. It's quite chunky. Yeah, there it is. Alright. You know, the sound engineering, it's sound design, I should say. Yeah, very, very important part of any game. Alright, there we go. So this is now going to be available. It'll at least keep it going. It's not a whole lot of iron, but we've got to remember we're not using a whole lot of iron there. The solution I tried to do before was remote supply, like just set this as remote demand, but we didn't actually have any iron. I think we're going to run into some iron problems in the future because we don't appear to have any external iron mining. We've got lots of planets that have it. That's not an issue. So now let's have a play with our good friends, the logistics. Good friends, the logistics. Now, not logistics. What are they called? Traffic monitors. All right, we gotta build some. They don't take particularly expensive materials, which is nice. So you obviously get them very early. We'll grab 100 of these. There we go. Don't really want any more. I guess we're stuck with them. All right, and we need some iron plates, and then we need. Oh, that was too much iron, wasn't it? I don't think I can get rid of it. Get rid of it quick. Go in there. Go in there. I can't. All right, we can get rid of it. I know how to get rid of it. We'll just drop this down, and then grab all of that. There we go. All right. Now we've got 74. That's probably not going to be enough. Gosh, I'm should have seen how out of practice I was in the first game tonight. But you know, the sound didn't work, and I'm just checking now. That the sound is actually working. So that is good. All right, the last thing we need is our good old CPUs component. No, I can't remember what they're called. Which should be in somewhere in over here. I think I went too far. They're over here, aren't they? That's CPUs, which is not what we want. We need circuit boards, and this is where I saw the issue we have. Is we actually have no circuit board production. We are struggling with circuit board production. Very easy fix, and we'll get to that in a minute. First, let's have a look. Let's have a look at these guys. Traffic monitors. I don't know, make a few of them. Make it happen. Okay. So traffic monitors. Very much the equivalent of the circuit speaker in Factorio, with some slight differences. So what I'll do is I'll come over here to our good friend the blue. Now, if anything was coming through, we would see a number, and we've got a cycle time which is set to 6 seconds, so it counts everything in the last 6 seconds and gives us a number of how many in there. Cargo's a minute. I'm not sure if that. We'll have to see. Let's put it in one over here that is actually doing something. And 80 per minute. No, I don't think that's quite right, is it? So it sees an amount come through in this 6 second period. Yeah, like clearly this is a Mark II belt. We can only have 12 a second coming through here, but because it's multiplied by 6. Yeah, that is what it is, isn't it? Multiplied by 6 seconds here. So this isn't cargoes per minute. This is cargoes in this 6 second time frame. Anyway, what we can do is we can set a target. I want to have, in this case, it's less than, which seems like an odd target to begin with. But if you want to say, I want to have more than 24 a second in here, more than 24 cargoes in this 6 second period, then please do it. And we can filter if you've got a mixed belt. Otherwise, I believe it's just a general whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. But here's where it gets fun. We can put in an alert, and for instance, we can have, if this situation fails, then we can have an alert saying we want, well, just an alert that is purple signs. So you know to come back to purple signs. That's great. Like if we want to have a condition, okay, I want to have a flow rate of, I don't know, let's just say 8. I want to have 7. I want to have at least 7 cargoes in that 6 second period. And now we see we've lost it because they went through less than 6 seconds ago. I mean, this is great. However, if we do this exact same thing and pop it here and change it to yellow, we have a problem. 0 cargoes a minute because it's backed up. So this is actually failing, and we would have a yellow alert, and like it would say, okay, we have yellow science problems. We don't have yellow science problems though. We're backed up, and beautifully, not only have you got this option, but we can say, okay, if there's no cargo in there, give me an alert, which I think is a much more meaningful one. We can say a fail and no cargo, which is even better. You can also say fail and pass cargo. So there's lots of different options. I'm just going to say if there's no cargo, give it here. So this will tell us if yellow is not backed up, and we're going to copy that one. onto these. Can I overwrite that one? I can't. Okay. Now, global alert, no cargo. We're going to change this one, obviously, to green. We should probably just set that to nothing. Make that easier. There we go. And that one set to nothing. And then we can copy it a bit easier. We just got to change the one setting. We'll get rid of that one. We'll copy that one there. And as you see, the other side has this digital display. I'm not sure how it works. I probably need to do a little bit of research. I literally fired up Dyson Sphere. It said it had an update, and I quickly checked the patch notes before I started recording. So let's change that one to blue. So as we can see, blue, we actually do have a problem. We do have a problem. All right. So no cargo on this one is purple. There we go. Okay. So all of our alerts now are set up for science, and yeah, we've got blue science alerts. Okay. Let's run over here. I mean, I know the answer, but let's run over here anyway. This section here, it's working a treat. It's backing up. We've got a heap of these guys. They're actually being, and this I find very interesting. They're actually being used elsewhere in the factory, which I think is terrible. We should be backing these up and relying on the other areas that we've got for this, because this is a dedicated science. But the issue here is we don't have any circuit boards, and we saw before the actual supply of circuit boards is just ludicrous. We've come a long way since we put that in, to be fair, but here it is. We have 8 of them. This is basically the whole supply. That's not good. That's not good at all. We have 8, and that would have been based on our Mark 1 belts. No, Mark 2 belts. Even though these are Mark 3 belts. Well, this one's still a Mark 2. There you go. Based on Mark 2 belts with assembly machine 1s. That's how old this is. So, first of all, let's give everything an upgrade. There we go. All right. We probably need to make sure that this belt is upgraded. Another thing. Look. New upgrade is that whenever you select the upgrade or the dismantle facility, it defaults to the pointer, which I think is fantastic. All right, so these are now all Mark 3s. The inserters are all, the sorters are all sorted 2s, and yeah, look, this is just not cutting it, is it? We do that. We don't want you. Can I get you out? Can I cut you out? Cut you out of loop? No. Oh gosh. This is why I don't like blueprints. There we go. Okay, that should get everything, and we'll just have to hook it up. Okay, there you go. You go in there and hooking up as we speak. There we go. Gosh, I'm still right clicking to scroll the mouse from factory town. It's middle mouse. Okay, so now this is operational. And we are seeing some problems. Let's increase this. Drones are great. Yeah. So we're using it for our CPUs, obviously, but you can see the throughput here is very minimal. We can, well, funny we should say that. We can throw one of these on here and one of these on here, and we can see that we are outputting almost the full 1800, which is a full belt. Remember, 1800 is over 6 seconds, 30 a second over 6 seconds, 1800. But over here we're only using 700 in that 6 seconds. I think if you brought it back to, well, I mean, if you took it to a minute, is that the max? 60 seconds. And yeah. Now we're seeing. Oh, maybe that is cargo a minute. Anyway, all right. But now we're seeing that that's just not giving us meaningful data. We'll leave it at 6 and just work around that. All right, but we don't need these. We don't need to see it. The important thing is this is not enough, is it? This is not enough. And luckily for us, we can just copy this whole thing, can't we? We can just copy this whole thing. Copy. You know what? You know what? We could probably also let's not get greedy. Let's not get greedy. Let's. How do I get rid of stuff? Oh gosh! Now I'm doing too much. I've lost it. All right, we're back. Brains are back. There we go. Okay. Control C that. Let's just move over here somewhere, and we'll pop down. We'll pop down a couple more of these. All right. What are you doing, by the way? Do you have? No, you do not have enough. You don't have enough space for what I'm after. But I think if we go here, yeah, here we can put in our 2. This is similar to what it is. It's actually not the same as what I did in my previous run. But what we'll do is we'll copy this guy. No, let's just make sure we copy the right one. Copy that guy. And see where we can place him in relation to the other one. No, it's not too bad. Alright, pop you there. And land. Alright, you're just getting power because of the power poles, which is nice. So we'll do that. We'll up some of these numbers just to give you the max chance to get this going, and you probably need some drones of your own to even that load. And now we just need to sort it up. There was another thing. I'm not sure if these were available before, but we can now put markers on these with numbers. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's. I don't know why I'd use it, but yeah, if you're doing a build, it might be important. All right, so got to remember, iron has to be on the inside. Here we go. Iron on the inside. Oh, that is actually no. Don't shift tab. Copper onto that one, and then you can go there. I mean, if that was a little bit closer, that would have been nice, wouldn't it? You go in there. We get some iron out here, and we get some copper out here. All right, there we go. There we go. We got nothing working yet because we didn't have the inputs over there. This is not a full belt, is it? This is not a full belt. Probably because we haven't built this stuff at the end here yet. That would make sense, wouldn't it? All right, now we're up and running. We can use these to give us a check. Make sure they're all facing the right way, so we can see the numbers. All right, so that is a full belt. 1806 seconds. That is a full belt, and we're using a full belt of that, and we're using half a belt of that. Interesting that is a little above 900. It's fluctuating. Yeah, it's fluctuating. That should stabilize to the 900. Yeah, anyway. 30 second times 6 seconds. That's actually... I've been doing the math all wrong, isn't it? If this is 30 a second, yeah, for 60 minutes, that is the cargoes per minute. Be nice to be able to change that to cargoes per second. Anyway, so that should get our blue science, and we've already lost the blue science marker. This is interesting. All right. Oop, the save. What is happening over here? Yeah, our science is all backed up. Speaking of which, we're not doing any research, so we might as well research the second last research. This one needs our antimatter, which we haven't set up, and we probably should have set up a long time ago. Power keeps reminding me. He's right, because there are some things that take a while, but you know, we'll get there. While I'm over here, and I'm just checking the time, we're still at 5 minutes. Let's have a look at how our little thing over here. So we've got a heap of rockets. We do need to do some more solar sail launching. We need to figure that out to get our Dyson Sphere up and running. And the other thing we need is, as I was saying, that we need the dark matter. We need dark matter. Mass energy storage, photons inverted into antimatter. Antimatter, that's it. Antimatter constraint sphere. Yeah. So we need to capture photons that we can turn into antimatter. That is an artificial star, which is our power source, which requires 10 annihilation spheres and produces 72 megawatts. What was 10 annihilation spheres? That seems cheap. That seems cheap, doesn't it? I guess this is just, I mean, quantum chips are not cheap, but as a way just to rock up, what kind of fuel does it use? All you have to do is let the positive and negative proton beams quietly cross the magnets. We should probably build one of these and have a look. We've got a few minutes. Let's play. I can't build annihilation spheres, though, can I? They take 20 seconds. That's pretty slow. I can produce 10 of them. There we go. We've got enough time. We've got enough time. All right. I can produce one. There we go. All right. Is that do we need 30 of these? No, we only need 10. Why aren't you using those for the annihilation spheres? Do I have them in the inventory? I do. I've got 2. There we go. Okay. Now we're talking. A minute and a half to make one of these. I just want to see if they actually burn fuel or not. Because it is an artificial star. It sounds pretty good. If it doesn't burn fuel, it sounds too powerful. If it does, well, maybe it's less powerful. Ooh, look at that. Our purple science. We've got a warning. If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's quantum chips. But, you know, I can't remember which one purple science actually uses. Alright, purple science. Here we are. We've got maximum output of everything that is required. I guess it's literally just our slow production. Yeah, well, that's to be expected, isn't it? Look at all these guys trying to make the fiber optics. Very slow. We could of course update these. Because it doesn't look like we're using a full belt. That will possibly ruin our ratios by the looks of it. Based on whatever this is producing, nanotubes. Oh yeah. Alright, but they are just they are a slow build. And you can see here, like, it stops here because of the nanotubes. Yeah. It's all coming to me now. What we can do, however, is request some nanotubes. I think we've got a few lying around. Demand those. And then just have a splitter. Because we do want to preferentially use... Oh, look at that. It's there. We do want to preferentially use the ones that we have. Pop that down. Alright. So you go into there, and then we get you coming out here with nanotubes, and you are prioritizing the input from there. Alright. Oops, the upgrade was not set to belts. Turn that on by default. There we go. Alright. Let's just give it all an upgrade. There we go. So that should increase our production somewhat. Meaning that these ones at the end are actually working, which is nice. Alright. It's still a problem because we're very slow. We might have to turn these alarms off. In fact, yeah, the science is almost done anyway. But But. Power, power, power. It's not even there. It's not even there. Wonder where it is. Dyson Sphere? Okay, yeah, here we go. Artificial sun. See what happens. So, power grid. Generation capacity, nothing. Consumption, nothing. We're not hooked up to anything. Power load, 100%. No fuel. Yeah, okay. Needs fuel. Doesn't say what fuel it takes. I'm gonna guess it takes photons, which are the output. I mean, it's a star. Artificial star. Makes sense that it uses photons, which is the output from our ray receiver. Energy exchanger, vertical launch. I thought we had some somewhere. Yeah, so that is to do with our power source from our Dyson Sphere. Okay, we've answered it. We're almost running out of time. Excuse me if I'm looking like way that way. Got a second screen. A friend had a spare one. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'll set it up and use it. And now it's like miles away from the camera, which is on the right hand side of the main screen, and this one's on the left hand side. So bear with me. Anyway, we're at the end. We've got. Look, we've still got a lot of stuff to do. I think we need to go over and just do a bit of a check on our Dyson Sphere next episode and sort out the issues with launching. We have to make a bucket load more solar rail ejectors, EM ejectors, whatever they are, the ones that send out the solar sails, and just dot them all the way around the planet, so that at any point we have enough of them going. Because I think that's going to be a big slowdown to our supply. Someone did point out that if you can have the solar sails on the outside of the planet, the radius of it on the outside of the planet, then you'll always be able to launch into space or launch into there. But I don't believe that we can make the radius of it big enough to go to the planet, because that was the whole issue with the planet is it's too far away from the sun. Anyway, we'll figure that out next episode. Like I said, I've already recorded an episode that failed tonight, so I won't be doing another one for a couple of days. But bear with us as we go through, and I am 100% committed to finishing this Dyson Sphere program. May not happen this year, but fingers crossed. We've still got a month. Still got a month of solid gaming ahead of us. Also, let me know what you think of Factory Town. If you like to see that as an option for a series in the future, maybe the next one, maybe not. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I can't even remember. Have I thanked my patrons? Even if I have, I'm going to do it again. Thank you to my amazing patrons. Really appreciate all your support and bearing with me as we struggle with a bit of output of content. But certainly, it's only this period. Come next year, we'll be fine. Get past Christmas. It's Christmas, families, all that jazz. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.